Good afternoon, everybody. It's Scott here from Woke Societies, here to drop another episode of great content. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about destroying the mainstream media's narrative of this Virginia rally going on. I think it's still going on right now, but we're going to totally decimate the stories, the narratives, everything that was built up for this event, and we're going to completely expose them. Today, guys, is the reason why I started this channel, because I could see right through this crap that we're fed on a daily basis. And again, I want to show you guys I'm very excited. So the main episode is going to be about the 2A rally. I'm going to drop in two other stories real quick after that, and then we're going to get into the newest Q drops right at the end. So hang in there with me. Before we start, obviously we're going to do the essentials. Go to my YouTube channel, subscribe there. Hit that like button, guys. It's so important when you guys go on the YouTube channel. Hit that like button. Those likes get these videos suggested, and it gets the message out more. So if you could do that, that would be fantastic. Go to my Patreon if you guys want to up your fandom and donate as little as $1 to my Patreon. We're going to get this built up over time, but right now, it's just a basic thing. So that's totally up to you guys. No pressure there. If you guys want to go to my BitChute, if you hate YouTube, this is my backup channel. All my content is there. And my wokesocieties.com website has links to all of those and all my recent episodes right there on that platform, and has links to all the podcasting hubs there as well. So there you have it. All right, so let's jump right into the news, guys. And first, let's start out by this. So this was a tweet that came out. What was this? This came out yesterday from Ben Collins, an MSNBC reporter. And I saw this drop, and right away, you could sniff the BS right out of it. So we have Ben Collins here that tweets here. Reporters covering tomorrow's white nationalist rally in Virginia. I'm absolutely begging you. Look how he labels the event here in Virginia, a white nationalist rally. Verify information before you send it out tomorrow, even if it's a very sensational rumor you heard from a cop. Don't become a hero in neo-Nazi propaganda circles with made-up stuff. So this got a ton of attention. A ton. This tweet right now is now deleted. And you guys are going to see right now why. So let's jump into an article here by Todd Stearns. Sleazy NBC News reporter calls Virginia gun owners white nationalists. Pay very close attention to the mainstream media and the Democrats over the next 24 hours, folks. Something very nefarious is going down, and that it is. It started with Virginia Governor Ralph Blackface Northam declaring a state of emergency in advance of Monday's massive gun rally at the state capitol. Citizens are no longer permitted to bring firearms onto the property. And when I heard this almost sounded like immediately like a false flag event, completely ready to go. Let's set this up for a confrontation. If we label a state of emergency for this rally, it's just going to set the stage for something bad to happen. So right there, huge problem, right? Didn't make sense that the governor would do this. Republican State Senator Amanda Chase issued a warning on Friday saying that the Second Amendment supporters are being set up. She said it's possible that violence could be started by leftist plants in the crowd. And plants is in quotations here. The governor, using the media, has already set the stage for this to happen, Chase wrote on social media. He has already laid the groundwork to make the entire movement look like an insurrection. It will be used to put the rest of the nation on notice of what will happen to you if you resist. They have used the Southern Poverty Law Center over the last 15 years to lay the groundwork. They have labeled us as potential domestic terrorists for a long time now. And again, this is just a quote from the tweet that I just read you. Mr. Collins should consider taking his own advice. The gun rally is being sponsored by the Virginia Citizens Defense League. A simple phone call would have dispelled any notion that the FCDL is a bunch of cross-burning, sheet-wearing white nationalists. And guys, what is going on right now in Virginia, if you don't know, they're fighting for their rights for their Second Amendment rights right now. That is what they're fighting for. And apparently, if you were on that side of wanting to keep your Second Amendment rights, you're labeled a white nationalist. And of course, it's all being surrounded and encompassed as Trump supporters are all there, conservatives are there. This is their way of slowly trying to, just further that narrative that they've been pushing since Trump got into office. that all these supporters here are white nationalists if you want to hold on to your guns. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, right? So as you can see here, this tweet is unavailable. This is where the tweet was. So right here we have Stephen Gudawiski. He tweets at him, "Tomorrow isn't a white nationalist rally, but you're here to tell those of us who will actually be covering it to be careful about accuracy. Are you joking?" It's a perfect question, and of course he didn't respond. So let's listen here to a woman that was asked about this Collins character, this clown, about what he said, and a woman that's actually at the rally that was there today. Let's check it out real quick.
Ben Collins from NBC yesterday tweeted that the white supremacist rally tomorrow, he was telling his fellow journalists, make sure that at the white supremacist rally that you report the facts and that you get the facts before you report it. The fact that he tweeted that, what an idiot. He finally deleted it because he got a lot of pushback. But yeah, that is the narrative they want to paint. They want to paint Trump supporters as neo-Nazis and white supremacists, and they want another Charlottesville is what they want.
They want another Charlottesville, and couldn't that be more accurate? So let's keep going here as we destroy this narrative that the Democrats and the mainstream media have been pushing about this event for the last week now. So let's get some laughs here. So this is Amazing Polly. Guys, go follow her. She is a great resource of information. She's at 99freemind on Twitter. She writes, the replies to snaky Ben Collins on his tweet about Lobby Day, which we're going to get into that, is also going on the same day as this 2A rally, being a white nationalist rally, in case you didn't see this. And some of the comments here, you're a clickbait hack, you know what you're doing, moron. So the governor is showing up in blackface with his med school friend in the KKK uniform. According to _, that is Ben Collins' Twitter handle there. According to his standards, this would make the Women's March a terrorist march. Ben, just log off. You're proving just how stupid you are every time you tweet. I hope every tweet you send on this gets ratioed into the sun. You're a hack. Ben, you don't mean well. And the last one we have here, you might want to caution reporters about relying on 4chan as a source for anything at all. So I don't agree with that last one, of course. We all know about 4chan and everything involved with everything with that. So this guy got so much backlash for this tweet because the person that is tweeting about this isn't even on the ground, boots on the ground, reporting there. So he got absolutely destroyed, but this tweet got a lot of attention, and this is what the mainstream media wants. They want the eyes on the false narrative. So let's keep going. NBC just can't stop lying about the Virginia 2A rally. So as the protest in the Commonwealth's capital begins in earnest, liberal journalists and public figures have taken to smearing its attendees. Pam Keith, the former Democratic candidate for Congress in Florida, condemned the Second Amendment marchers, referring to them as a bunch of incel ammo sexuals. She misrepresented the gathering, which has remained peaceful since it began earlier this morning, as threatening goon squads. This, guys, is everything that we are fighting against right now. Normal Americans are being painted as the enemy. Our rights that we already have are being attacked. It's like, it drives me nuts. So as we keep going here, again, the Ben Collins tweet is referenced. Gabe Gutierrez, an NBC News correspondent, openly lied about the protesters' chants. In a clip shared by Gutierrez, protesters can be heard reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. But look what Gutierrez wrote in his tweet. Gutierrez wrote instead that they were chanting, "We will not comply." A phrase unheard anywhere in the clip. And guess what? Let's just play it for a second here. You can hear people saying the national what's it called? The Pledge of Allegiance. Liberty and justice for all. Do you hear anywhere where they are saying we will not comply? And Ian Miles Chong here commented right here. It says, you know we can also watch the video, right? Like, this is why Q says these people are stupid. We have been living in a fake reality for so long, and now we are waking up. People are waking up right now. The Democrats, the mainstream media, they're all playing their old cards, the game they've been playing for decades, and it's falling apart now. This is straight up lies. Straight up lies. This is essentially fake news. Democracy doesn't simply die in darkness. It dies when journalists lie about the things they write about. And that's the last thing I have highlighted in this article, but it couldn't be more of a truer statement. I'm going to read it again. Democracy doesn't simply die in darkness. It dies when these journalists lie about the things they write about. And it's true. These information is so easily accessible now. You can change narratives in minutes. And that is how democracy dies. But we are fighting against it. YouTube channels like this, truthers, everyone out there, all the Q followers, QAnon, we're all doing our part to fight this crap. So again, this is Inevitably ET, another amazing follow on Twitter. Go follow him. He writes, just so the Dems, Libbies, and mainstream media are clear, everyone knows hashtag Antifa is going to show up dressed as pro-2A and try to start violence, then blame it on Trump supporters. So nice trying to advance. We'll be keeping our guns. Thanks. So, guys, we are so used to, right, seeing this stuff play out. We can almost forecast it. We can almost predict it. This is what was going on because there was a lot of chatter with Antifa on Twitter, especially that they were going to go there and cause problems. We were already ready for it. So let's take a look at something. I don't know if this dude's Antifa, but let's just watch the video and see what happens here. So for the guys on the podcast, this is a video of the rally. There is a man protesting whatever views he is protesting, and he looks like a young kid, walks up to him and says something to him, and we're going to see what he says in just a moment.
That again? You want to start the revolution today? Heck yeah! You want to hop those fences and kill that guy? Oh, yeah. He's stirring stuff up. Why would you say?
So, just real quick, if you couldn't hear, I know the audio is not the best, but the kid that's coming up to the other guy that's just protests, he says, I want a revolution. This one guy comes out of nowhere, says, so you want to hop the fence and kill that guy. And right there, it triggered the entire crowd, and they notice this guy that asked this question, do you want to kill this guy and jump over the fence? Infiltrator. Problem starter. Let's see here.
If you're making a speech about people rising up, that's dumb like that.
Are you conservative?
I'm libertarian.
You're libertarian? Okay.
So if we go libertarian, and that is not how we are.
Tell me what you think about what this guy's doing.
I think what that guy just said was absurd. We don't believe in going and killing people. This is a peaceful rally. We're here to stand with the people. I agree, sir. I'm here peacefully. You said something so extreme. No, sir. And that's exactly what the left trying to call him out on what he was trying to stir up. No, I'm not trying to stir up anything. You did. I wasn't trying to stir up anything. What the fuck? Hey, what the fuck was that shit about going to killing people? What the fuck was that? Look, I'm asking you a question. Punk, we know where you're about. You're an infiltrator. Get the fuck on.
So there you have it, guys. There you have it. Infiltrators. What are they doing? They're causing problems. And you can see here, the guy's like, I'm a libertarian, and I don't believe anything this guy just said, and he's calling himself a libertarian. We have no idea who these people really are, what their agenda is, but they're there causing problems to feed into the mainstream media. You guys got to realize, the mainstream media is dying for riots, violence. They want that. They want that so they can be like, see? This is what Trump supporters are all about. This is what it's all about. It's about swinging the narrative, and nothing is going on. It's a peaceful protest. As of right now, we're at 3:36 Eastern Time. There has been no news of anything even remotely close to an arrest that's gone down. And you can see, Amazing Polly was following some of these Antifa people saying, Antifa sent their strongest reporters to Virginia, and this is one of them. I tweet more, but my hands are cold. Really? But look at this. Let's look at one of these sheriffs here that's in Virginia. Let's see what he thinks about this whole Second Amendment ban here and what he says will happen if it does go through.
Or Commonwealth still be?
If the bills go through as proposed, they will not be enforced. They're unconstitutional. We support to uphold the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of Virginia, and that's what we'll do. Outstanding. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Simple, short, and sweet. We will uphold the Constitution and the rights to bear arms. It's nice seeing a sheriff that is willing to be filmed and say that to the publicly and support our country and our rights that we already have. And there's another sheriff, he's in a different county. He already said he would deputize any citizen if this goes through and make them deputies so they can bear arms. He will do it by the thousands, he said. He does not care. And it's amazing to see. And this is what this is all about, guys. This is fighting for what we already have. And that's what they're fighting in Virginia right now. It's really crazy. And last point I want to make about on Twitter here, something I found out. Do people realize that tomorrow is also lobby day for the Virginian people? Regular citizens lobbying for their politicians, and all I can see from the MSM is white nationalist gatherings. It's unbelievable. And it's true, guys. It's not just the rally going on right now. It's also lobby day in the same area. So are they white nationalists too? It's sickening. It's absolutely sickening. And huge crowd of peaceful gun rights protesters at the Virginia Capitol. No signs of vulgarity. I'm not going to say the word. No hats or no nasty hats or costumes. Just respectful Americans fighting for their Second Amendment rights. And look, there's so many people here, guys. They're everywhere. They are everywhere. Place is filled. Absolutely filled. There's been nothing but good things. Peaceful protesters is what this country is all about. And breaking 911 said state of emergency. The police were very clear in saying they have not had a single arrest during this rally, and we have been standing here all morning. And that was on CNN. That was reporting that. I'm shocked they even reported that. They must have gone back and revamped it and put something else that was like anti-Trump or something, because that's what they do. Not a single arrest has been made. I don't know, guys. I don't know. This is why I started my channel, to fight this right here and right now. And of course, we can't end an amazing rally. This man outdid himself. He brought this in. This is right in Virginia where all this stuff was happening. Epstein did not kill himself. Huge poster on the back of his truck. How awesome. Did not is highlighted in red. I love it. I love it. And if I had the time, I would be down there myself. That is amazing. That is amazing. So let's just switch gears, guys. I'm going to just jump into two other stories real quick. This was something that I could not believe. Again, this is destroying the mainstream narrative. This is the topic of today's episode. If you guys haven't seen this yet, this came out yesterday, and it was shocking. I have a Twitter here, Benny. Puerto Rican politicians tried to make it look like President Trump wasn't sending aid to them after Hurricane Maria in 2017. A video has surfaced showing aid sitting unused in a warehouse. They were hiding aid from their citizens who need it desperately. This is disturbing. Check out this warehouse, guys.
Miren cómo están los pampers ahí, mírenlo. 4 meses. Mírenlo ahí. Miren, comida de bebé, Ensure, todo. Vamos a seguir mirando aquí, miren. Party, más pampers, miren. Todo lo que se necesita ahora mismo. Y botella. Y el pueblo necesita. Somos bien brutos. Porque somos un pueblo unido que podemos más que ustedes. Todas las paletas que hay. Miren todas las paletas que hay. Y la gente.
Look at that.
Y la gente sin tener dónde cocinar.
I don't speak Spanish, but from what I can tell, this guy is very angry that he knows that this stuff is here. This was a gigantic warehouse, people, full of aid that was just sitting there. Puerto Rican citizens were dying, and they needed help, and this stuff was just sitting here. And what did we hear from the mainstream media? Trump is withholding aid to Puerto Rico after a devastating hurricane, right? There it is, right there. And not only that, this came out just recently as well. We have pictures of a tarmac here, sitting here with water that just surfaced. Look at all that water just sitting. just sitting. Now, after all this had happened, the Puerto Rican governor just fired the emergency director after millions of aid were found wasting away in a warehouse. The media blamed Trump for Puerto Rico's suffering. Will they ever issue a retraction, correction, or even an apology? They will not. But good thing we're here and the internet is forever, because we can pull up everything and throw it right back in their faces to fight this stupid narrative that they're pulling. And shame on the Puerto Rican politicians that they are willing to be corrupt to the point where they will hold aid from their own citizens to feed into that narrative, that all-encompassing narrative that we're fighting every single day. Disgusting. And he got fired. It's really sad, guys. It's really sad. So quick, I want to drop this. I don't know if this is going to end up being something, but it could be. We have from John Basham here on Twitter. Breaking, developing. Remnant DC supposedly have some extremely salacious pictures of Adam Schiff that were recovered when the FBI served search warrants at Ed Buck's drug den in Los Angeles. There is debate on whether these obscene pictures should be publicly leaked. And continued, while this story is unconfirmed, Rummet, I'm not sure what that is, unconfirmed Rummet, it might be an acronym for something. If I am able to obtain copies of these images and videos, I will publicly release them. It's time Schiff is put under a microscope. Schiff is classified material, blackmail risk. And the first thing comes to mind, guys, right? Standard Hotel. Is there pictures from that? I don't know. But let's just, if you guys don't remember Ed Buck, let's just do a flashback here in September 2019 when he was arrested. Let's look at this crazy man's face here. Look at this crap, man. This is Ed Buck. And it says investigators conducting a search in Buck's home found hundreds of photographs of men in compromising positions. Blackmail material? Kind of like what Epstein was doing? Could be. Could be. Could be nothing. Just throwing that out there, guys. It's an unconfirmed story. But how awesome would that be if these photos of something were to come out right when this whole, also the impeachment scam, I think the impeachment starts tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. But imagine if photos of Schiff were to come out on the same week. How epic would that be? Epic. All right. Let's go to QAnon real quick. So the last time Q posted since this was December 29th. And guys, I don't know why my highlighting software highlights random things on qmap.pub. I have no idea why it does that. I know some people were complaining about that in the comments, but I didn't highlight this. I don't know why it does this. It only does this for this site. Very strange. But the last time Q posted was December 29th. And they dropped some drops last night. It says The Great Awakening. And they posted that a bunch of times. Very short and simple. The Great Awakening Q. And the last drop they posted right after that was redropped. The Shot Heard Around the World. And this was originally dropped January 21st of 2018. It says The Great Awakening, a week to remember. Q. Referencing hopefully this week. And I also found another Twitter here. Sun Q Zhao. Don't know if I might be butchering that. Sorry. But he posted this quick Twitter here, or tweet here. January 20th, the shot heard around the world. Multiple meanings related to assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King. Could be. Also related to when Donald Trump swearing in to be president. And also now related to 2A rally in Richmond, multiple meetings. And I think it could also be talking about maybe some big information is going to be exposed about this impeachment that's going to happen. I'm not sure, but those are some interesting references to what Q just dropped yesterday. The shot heard around the world. So, with that, guys, I'm going to leave you. And that is the episode today. So, I really wanted to get those points across, that narrative across. If you guys have family or friends that are still sleeping, they're still not awake yet, show them this video. Show them the proof of what's really going on in the world right now. If they're one of those diehards, maybe they need to see stuff like this to start cracking at that shell, to open them up, to really start seeing the lies that are being fed to the entire country and the world. So give the episode a like, guys. Please like, share it, subscribe to the channel. Get the word out there. We are the news now, and support independent media. It is so important that channels like mine and the thousands of others out there that are doing the same work, you get the message out there. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you everybody out in the podcast for listening. You guys are the best. And with that, have a great Dr. Martin Luther King Day. With that, stay woke.